Alright, everybody. Today we're going to be doing Pokemon Emerald with Excadrill. So, I honestly think this is going to do really good. We're in the medium fast group, so leveling up won't be too bad. We get Swords Dance by level up, and we start with Sharpen, and then we'll get access to same type Earthquake, Dig, Metal Claw, which shall have some niche uses, I think. Plus, we get Rock Slide as well for additional coverage. And I'm going with Hidden Power Ghost. I think for most physical attackers, Hidden Power Ghost may just have to be the default, because it just honestly just completely destroys Tate and Liza. And other than that, we don't really need too much. We don't really need to go out of the way for some TMs, because we get Earthquake by level up, we get Rock Slide by level up, we can just get Hidden Power from Fortree, and Swords Dance and Sharpener by level up. We're going to get Dig at roughly level 20, I believe. So, honestly, there's really not much of a reason to go out of the way for TMs. I mean, Axu did suggest we should have Earthquake and Return for the end game. I was thinking Rock Slide. Excuse me. But, he said that Rock Slide really wouldn't help too much, especially in the league, because none of Phoebe's Pokemon have Levitate, for example. So Earthquake will be just fine. Plus, I've kind of had a bad problem with Rock Slide lately. But anyway, yeah, I think this is going to do pretty dang good. So why don't we go ahead and get started? Okay. I have the over-under set to 115, which is... honestly, that's pretty much around Conkeldur's second playthrough, but Conkeldur had to deal with the fact that it was in the slow level up group, which really held it back. This thing is medium fast, so it's going to be a lot better. Okay. Oop. Did not mean to start that. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And also, we're going with an Adamant nature, which is plus attack minus special attack. We actually don't need more speed. 88 speed is more than enough for Emerald. I don't think I would do a minus speed nature, but we're pretty much never going to be using special attacks, so that was pretty much the correct nature. And our ability is Sand Veil. It basically increases our evasion during sandstorms. But unfortunately, we would have to waste a move slot just to have the move Sandstorm on our moveset. And it's honestly just not worth it, because Sandveil gives a multiplier of 4/5 to accuracy, so 100 accurate moves become 80. Like, kind of like that as an example. I just don't think it's worth sacrificing a move slot just for it. And also, if you're looking at Rapid Spin and thinking, hey, you could use this to boost your speed if you need to, Rapid Spin did not boost your speed until Gen 7. So in this game, it's just a 20 power move. I think in newer games, it's like 50 power or something. But yeah, Rapid Spin, it's only going to be really used to like catch HM users, which I'm not seeming to find. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding. Normally, I would start over at this, but this is the first playthrough. I'll deal with it. Just remember, it's a 20% chance for both of these things. And I just got like a bajillion Zigzagoons. Not Zigzagoons, Poochyena. A bajillion of them. Okay, I should probably use another Rapid Spin. Or two. You know, it's really annoying how some games, like when you go to the PC, usually the top few options are Withdraw, Deposit, and just a regular move Pokemon around. Different games have those in different orders. Like in some of the Gen 4 games, Deposit is actually first, which is preferable. But in Emerald, for example, Withdraw is first, so I have to go down once, which is annoying. But not much you can really do about that. Yeah, I know we're Steel type. We can't get poisoned. Oh, dang it. I accidentally pressed the pause button. I had a feeling that would happen at some point. I mean, I should probably just have Scratch in slot 1. I kind of don't want to. Also, hello, Dominic. Oh, interesting. He missed one tackle. Yeah, honestly, we're pretty much gonna go close to minimum battles on for Roxanne. I mean, obviously I fought all the trainers on Route 102. I pretty much do that almost every run, just because the trainers are so weak. I did not mean to do that. Alright, we're not going to need the Quick Claw, just because, like I said, our speed is really good. And we're going to resist all of Roxanne's moves. We're actually going to quad resist Rock Tomb. I'm still going to fight all the trainers, though. Just because it's easy training. Hey, Boss KO, how's it going? Also, we can actually, after we defeat Roxanne, if we choose to skip Brawly, which we're definitely going to skip Brawly, we can actually get the Soft Sand. It'll boost the power of our magnitude by 10%. I mean, it's a pretty good held item, if that's our main spamming move. Also, I should probably use a Sharpen. Interesting, it didn't go for Rock Tomb. Alright, so long Rapid Spin. Also, Metal Claw does have a chance at raising our own attack stat, which would always be handy. But we one-shot everything. Oh, we just got a sub 6 Roxanne. That doesn't really happen too often. Honestly, I should really work on trying to not fight this trainer too. Just fight as many trainers as possible, but some of these trainers, like, I think part of it would just be faster if I just fought them, just so I don't have to deal with them again. Besides, early game experience really isn't that harmful. But yeah, I was going to be doing the 2 streams today. Like earlier today, at Elite 4, Alex and I were going to race Toxic Rook in Pokemon Pearl, but he was having some really bad internet problems. So we decided to postpone the stream. Oh well, we've all had those days. I wonder if I should do the Soda House. Probably not, actually. We're going to completely destroy Watson, so I'm actually going to skip that. And I am going to skip Brawly. If we were doing this in Omega Ruby with Excadrill, which is definitely possible, oh, Excadrill would really suffer. Come on. Darn it. Not mean to do that. Also, at level 20, we'll get access to Dig. Alright, I will get the soft sand, though, and equip that. What am I doing? And also, we technically don't need to withdraw our HM users until we get to Mauville City. But we would have to withdraw Zigzagoon if we wanted the rare candy in the Trick House. And I know Conkeldurr needed to use all of the rare candies pretty much. We will not. Crush Claw, sure. Crush Claw is an interesting move. It's a 75 power normal move, 95% accurate. It has a 50% chance to lower the opponent's defense. Which, it's the same effect as Rock Smash, which is kind of interesting. Oh, maybe I should have fought them both at the same time, because, oh wait, no, I can't. It's just me. But I'm pretty sure Magnitude hits everybody. Kind of like Earthquake. Feels nice, though, to one-shot the Plusles and Minons. Feels nice. Magnitude 4. Wow. Yeah, this is such a random move. Is it broken to have Magnitude so early? I mean, I'm pretty sure Geodude get it at an early level, like somewhere in maybe like level 20 or something. But, I mean, it is a random move, but it is a really good move, yeah. Mainly just because of all the power points it has. I believe on average, it's like 70 power on average, but it could also get some bad options too. Like Magnitude 4. Magnitude 4? Uh-oh. Reset. Man, I can't believe my first reset was because of burn. Literally in the Volbeat, in the Illumise stream yesterday, I literally died many times because of burn. Oh my god. Also, that was not the right move. Yeah, Magnitude 4 is, I believe, 10 base power. It's like Constrict. Okay, Dig. Get rid of Metal Claw, I think. Did you win the last stream? Oh, I did eventually beat it, yeah. At like 60 resets. It was one of the worst runs I've ever done. Not runs, but in terms of Pokemon. It was one of the worst Pokemon I've ever done. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've played like Omega Ruby with like Doduo and Ammonite. I mean, those had its frustrating moments, but Illumise really took the cake. But then after that run, we looked at Volbeat's set for fun. Volbeat has Double Team, and tail glow. And it has better physical attack, but we're special attack. Like, it gets all the setup moves. And it's in the erratic growth rate, while Illumise is in the fluctuating growth rate. Erratic actually needs the least amount of XP to get to 100. Fluctuating needs the most. Worse than Weedle? No. Weedle is a whole separate tier. That's not really a fair comparison. Yep, and since these trainers are mandatory either now or later, I'm just going to fight them now and get the XP. Yeah, we're not really going to struggle with Flannery either. It looks like we get Earthquake at level 40, so we're not going to have access to it for a while. Yeah, I think the plan for Flannery is just Magnitude the weak Pokemon, and then for the Camerupt and the Torkoal use Dig. But then again, Magnitude would have a better chance of getting something good. Dang, Magnitude 10 on a Zigzagoon. I think Magnitude 10 is like a 150 power move. You know, I don't know what's been going on with the weather lately, but I think my sinuses are acting up or something, because it always feels like I have something in my throat. I'm going to experiment going through the grass just to skip that trainer for a really good Pokemon. I'm going to experiment with it. Then again, I'm bound to encounter him on the way back anyway. Unless I decide to go through the grass. I pretty much always fight this one person here because trying to skip both of these people at the same time is kind of hard. Is Shedinja possible? It actually is possible. Scott actually tried to do Shedinja and Emerald in his own channel, and he ended up concluding that it was impossible or improbable. But then Ike the Killer actually found a really great strat for it. By great, as in, it's got like a 3% chance of winning. But technically, that's doable. I mean, I don't really want to do it. I do know it's possible, though. Also, I don't really think I need to do a vitamin buy, so I don't mind buying a bunch of potions. Oh, almost forgot. Leave it to Ike to make an impossibility into a probability. It was a pretty genius strat. If I'm trying to remember what he did, though. I don't remember what his strat was. You'd have to ask him. It does involve EV training Shedinja a specific way, though. I mean, I did Fire Red and Leaf Green with Shedinja a long time ago. And I was facing the Charizard team, too. The one thing that really sucked about Shedinja, though, was I had to train to level 25 to get Spite, because Spite was the only way to beat Brock. Because basically what the plan is for Brock, you have to get a turn 1 Rock Tomb miss, and then you have to use Spite on it, let him miss again, and then you can Spite, and then he'll be all out of Rock Tombs. That's literally the only way to win the fight. Why Blackberries? I did not mean to pick those up, actually. I don't know why I picked them up. I guess I was thinking in my head they were a different kind of berry, but yeah, don't pick those up. They're just used for Pokeblocks. Rock Slide. Yeah, get rid of Dig. Oh. That was convenient. Also, I think going through that grass is not a good idea, just because I have to go through this route like 3 times. I think it's just better to just fight that guy every time. Alright, so the game plan for Maxi, I think just turn 1 Sharpen. Oh my god. Dude, this is one of the problems where you have a ground move in slot 1. You tend to ground move into Zubats. Alright, I think I do need to turn 1 Sharpen. Dude, quit giving me magnitude 5s. Uh-oh. Okay, there we go. Dang, our speed's pretty dang good. I used Incinerate against the Team Magma Adenonis, Coughing, and Oras. Alright. Dude, fucking A. I need to start paying attention whenever I spam my ground move. Honestly, I should have just considered teaching Secret Power and putting in slot 1 just to prevent this from happening. Alright, the plan for Flannery, just spam Magnitude. Theoretically, I could use a turn 1 Sharpen, but she's going to use Sunny Day. Four. Great start. Yeah, that's the thing with Magnitude. It's a very luck-based move. I'm going to try a turn 1 Sharpen. Interesting, it went for Takedown, though. I actually kind of thought it would go for Sunny Day. Oh, okay, that missed. Okay. Dude, seriously? A Magnitude 6 let it barely live, and then she healed, giving me another chance, and I got another 6. That's, something. Alright, so do I want to do a Vitamin Buy? I'll wait till, I'll wait till Lily Cove. Yeah, I think from now on I should just fight this guy. It is not worth going through the grass to skip him. Hello, Alexander Cooper. Dude. Alright, I'm not gonna get Hidden Power, though. I'll get that later. Which Steven do you like, the original or the remake? You mean like the champion fight? Or like design? I mean, I guess if you're talking design, then definitely the Omega Ruby version. Redesigns are almost always better when it comes to these trainers. Yeah, the remake is way better. I can't think of a single remake design that's worse than the original. Like, I actually can't. Dior asked Maxine Archie is better. Oh, yeah. Did I get the PP up by the soda house? There is no PP up by the soda house. And if there is, it might be behind Surf. But I'm pretty sure there's no PP up there. Pretty sure. Hey, we got Swords Dance just in time for Norman. So yeah, the plan is definitely equip a Personberry and do one Swords Dance. In Oras, there is one, but you have to use the item finder. I don't remember off the top of my head. I've done plenty of Omega... Well, not plenty. I've done a few Omega Ruby runs, but that doesn't mean I remember everything. Okay. Have you ever used ChatGPT? I've used it for quite a few things, yeah. It's really useful with code stuff, too. Like, for example, there are a small section of my overlay right here I actually had ChatGPT help me with. Like, for example, you see in the bottom left, my HP stat is green, because I'm not at full health. I couldn't figure out how to get the color to change based on the percentage of my HP remaining. But I had ChatGPT help me with it, and it was actually kind of simple. Oh my gosh, shut up. Oh, that was Roxanne. I thought that was the sign. I have a friend named Robes who... Oh, hold on. Ah, darn it. I have a friend named Robes who was born on September 11th, 1994. Which is a super rare birthday. Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if there was some sort of, like, superstition around that. Like, if someone's about to give birth and it's nearing September 11th, they would try to either do it a day earlier or a day later. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I know there are some dates people try to avoid. Funnily enough, my birthday is actually 2 days before 9/11. It's on the 9th. But, I was born a year later, so I actually wasn't around when 9/11 happened. So, I technically never witnessed it. I mean, not like I would have remembered, even if I was around, because I would have been, like, a baby. I don't even think I was, contracepted yet. You know what sucks? I have a move that can hit both targets in a double battle, but most of these Aqua Grunts are going to have Zubats. So I don't really want to do that. Alright, so from here on out, the only TM I need to go out of my way for is Hidden Power, but by out of the way, I mean it's inside one house. And then Magnitude will be replaced with Earthquake once I get it by level up. I'm going to hold on to Rock Slide. I'm going to teach Hidden Power Ghost over it just before Tate and Liza, because Rock Slide will be good for Winona. And then, once Tate and Liza's done, I will replace Hidden Power with Return. And then Secret Power is getting replaced with Substitute. I'm not going to bother with depositing my HM user, because I normally like to deposit them to make a mandatory double battle in Winona's gym, just a one-on-one battle, but I'm not really scared of flying types. I don't mind. Is it Magnitude stronger than Earthquake? The problem is it's a percentage chance. Earthquake is at least more consistent. I think it has to be a Magnitude 8 or better to be stronger than Earthquake. Otherwise, it's weaker. And there's always the chance of a Magnitude 4. Won't you do neutral damage against the Skarmory? I mean, I would, but I have Swords Dance. I just don't want to do, like, Swords Dance Secret Power. Plus, Rock Slide also hits both targets in a double battle. So check it out. I mean, the damage is going to get spread out because that's how spread moves work in double battles. If there's a move that hits both target Pokemon, the base power gets split in half. So each of them is effectively being dealt a 35 power rock move. But here's the weird thing. If it hits your ally as well, then the power does not get split. So, like, Earthquake would not get its power split, but Rock Slide does. And Surf also gets its power split because in Generation 3, Surf does not hit your ally. I believe they changed that in Gen 4 to where it can hit your ally. That actually kind of made it better for double battles because the power would never get split. Oh my gosh. Where's my ether? Here it is. Alright, so I think the plan here, just use a single rock slide and get rid of this. Swords Dance. You've got to be kidding. I missed 2 rock slides. That's a 1% chance. Seriously, my history with rock slide has not been good lately. I had a run not too long ago where I actually missed 3 rock slides in a row, which is a 1 in 1,000 chance. I don't think it was live, though. I think it was for the recorded video for next week. Either that or it was a stream. I don't remember. But it did happen recently. I'm just going to equip that citrus berry just in case. Honestly, I could technically get rid of Rock Slide now for Hidden Power, but I would still like to hold on to it for the occasional rock-type damage. Darn it. I also just realized Steven Stone is going to be an absolute joke for this thing, because I'm going to resist Steel Wing, and I'm completely immune to Starmreeze's Toxic. So I can basically just set up Swords Dance for free. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and beat the rival here. Get Substitute in the place of Rock Slide. I did say I wanted to keep it, but honestly, I think I would rather have... I think I'd rather hold on to a good normal type move, because we don't really get Stab with rock moves. So I'm going to teach Sub over Rock Slide, and do my Vitamin of the Day. Which is basically just going to be Protein. Our speed is good enough. Alright, I already have 1 protein, so I want 5. And, I guess I'll get the rest in Carbos, actually. I don't really have another one to buy vitamins for. Whoa, those are rare candies. How's the run going? Pretty good. If you're wondering where the resets came from, most of them were on Flannery. There was one on the second rival battle, but that was basically just because Magnitude is a random move. Oh, get this. In the last stream, the Illumi stream, it actually got copyright claimed. And I was trying to figure out what song it was. It was the BDSP song for the Pokemon League Nighttime song. And it wasn't even the Pokemon company that claimed it. It was some random-ass person. I am willing to bet someone has some sort of lo-fi remix of it, and they registered it under the YouTube copyright system. And now YouTube thinks I'm stealing someone else's lo-fi music. I really, really hate those kind of people. I really wish people would stop copyright registering their lo-fi music that's 99% the same song. But I was able to just erase the song because YouTube has a neat little I don't know if it's powered by AI or not, but they have a tool that lets you erase the song while still keeping the voice and it's still sounding good. I I erased the one song and it went back to normal and it got remonetized. It's a good thing I got that fixed because that was actually one of my most successful streams ever. I had a peak viewership of 32 viewers. I'm sure the revenue would be pretty good for that stream. I don't want it stolen from me. Also, I know with Conkeldurr, I did skip the rare candy in here, which in the first run, it ended up being a problem. But we're not in the slow level up group. I think from now on, with slow level up Pokemon, I should just get every rare candy in the first run. But I think if I'm medium slow or medium fast, then I could probably skip the most out of the way ones. Also, one more level, we get Earthquake. And that's what the PP Max is going to be for. I find that happens to me if I'm not talking, it gets copyrighted. But if I talk off in the run, it's because YouTube has like it like detects the sound waves of the music and it tries to match it with other songs. That's kind of like how it works. And if you're talking, it like interrupts it. And I believe the threshold is from Steve, like you gotta talk at least once every 20 seconds or something like that. But that's the reason I always did Mystery Dungeon music only for the longest time, because it would never get claimed. But then I got kind of tired of it. Even though there's 5 Mystery Dungeon games, and that's a lot of music, I was still a little tired of it, so I decided to put all the Pokemon get music in here. But, if something ever gets claimed, I'll just do the erase, thing. You just gotta make sure you do it quickly before they get anything out of you. I worry about it being copyright claimed. Little trick, if you need background music, the best place to go is do not trust those, no copyright channels, because nothing is stopping the people who make that music from selling out and then registering it with a record label, and then all the old streams will get copyright claimed, even though at the time it was copyright free. Use stuff from the YouTube music library. Everything there is 100% copyright free. So I would recommend you look in there. You were watching a Knife 24/7 live stream. Never heard of that person, but sounds like fun. Also, I really should have used a Swords Dance. Well, it tries its best not to do that, but it's not perfect. I mean, the other option is literally to just cut the segment out. I would rather have like a 30-second section sound bad than 30 seconds just being removed. I mean, people generally do not go back and rewatch streams. I mean, people sometimes do, but not always. But I don't think most people are really going to notice it. Okay, I am going to use the PP Max on Earthquake. I did not need to use that Super Repel. I'm going to get the rest TM just in case I need it for Steven. I don't think I will, but you never know. You know, I really should challenge Ike the Killer to an Emerald race at some point, but he's already done most of the Emerald Pokemon. Plus, he's got way more runs than I do. Maybe he and I should race in a backport. Like, we should do a backport race. That'd be fun. Made another fake trailer for Black and White 3. There are people who do that all the time to get free clicks. But then at the very end, it'll call it a trailer, but then in the description, it'll say teaser. And besides, I don't think the remakes are going to be called Black and White 3. It'd be interesting if they did a... What do you call it? What do you call it? A sequel to a sequel? A trilogy? I wouldn't be surprised if they did, but my guess is they'll just be called something black and something white. Would you ever do Zigzagoon but only using pickup and not buying items? That doesn't really sound interesting to me. I mean, it would be interesting if I, like, banned Pokemon centers. It'd be a trilogy? Okay. Hey, at least I didn't activate the double battle again. You became the champion? Oh, you just did? Congrats. Any chance to fight the diving trainers? There are no diving trainers in the original Gen 3 game. That was only the remakes. The whole underwater sections of this game are honestly kind of uninteresting. The only points in ever diving, besides the main story, is just finding the Reggies and, I guess access to some secret bases, maybe, like, find some shards. Diving isn't really that useful. Although in Oras, there's a lot of Arceus plates underwater. You hate the Reggies in Oras? Yeah, I don't know why they like to make the Reggies such a hard puzzle. I mean, it's interesting, but I don't know how you expected young kids to know Braille. And even the ones that knew Braille, they couldn't even see the Braille. I believe, if I remember correctly, I think the games like came with a guide to translate the Braille. I don't know if it did. Oops. I'm surprised she could see me from there. Although I really hated what they did to Regigigas. Like, it was mandated you had to nickname the Regice, and it had to hold, like, a Nevermelt ice. Like, it was so dumb. Oops. At least getting the other legendaries was fun, except it was just IRL time. You know something interesting? In Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, I think they did this with other games too. There are a bunch of legendaries that are like time of day dependent, like Rotom. If it detected you changed the time, it'll actually lock all of time event legendaries for 24 hours. Just what I've heard. Oh yeah, Castalia Cone. Alexander, it's not by choice. The fact I've seen it, it wasn't by choice. Also, I'm actually considering updating my chat rules. I'm considering making that word a swear. Like, if anyone ever, like, I should have a bot in there where if somebody says it, they get muted. I should really consider that. Also, I need to make sure I teach return over. Actually, no, I can't teach return over secret power just yet. I need to teach hidden power ghost first. That should have any brain rot. Man, my speed stat is just insane. All right, get off a free substitute. Or not so substitute, free swords dance. Oh, that hurt. Okay, I need to get rid of that Zatu. Or not Zatu, the clay doll. Get rid of that clay doll. Get rid of that. Alright, that Soul Rock I know has calm as flamethrower. Get rid of that. Ah, missed hypnosis. Get wrecked. I say make the bot Reshiram and use his fusion flare on someone. That'd be funny. Alright, now there's no more point for Hidden Power Ghost. I can go ahead and teach Return. Oh, got a call. Yeah, technically it's usually better to do that, but they like to attack right away. Forgot to heal? I don't need to right now. I'll heal before Steven, though. I also went ahead and used my PP ups on Return. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and use a substitute right away. I think one Swords Dance and Spam Earth. Use one Earthquake. Guess Return could be an OP move. Return's not really an OP move. Like, people like to think of it as OP, but, it's more like, just a generic move that most Pokemon get. I mean, in Gen 2, Return is very broken. Return isn't as good in Gen 3. Like, in this game, there's a lot of Pokemon that resist Return. In Fire Red and Leaf Green, Return is honestly not that good. Unless, like, you're a normal type. I just have this just because I don't want to use Rock Slide. Just in case I need to unlearn Earthquake for some reason. Made me rethink Pokemon and their moves. Honestly, doing these runs in general has made me rethink some moves. Like, one of the more recent examples was the move Encore. I always thought it was a trashy move, but you can actually use it to completely screw the opponent. Like, for example, if I was behind a substitute right now and that Mighty Eddie used Scary Face, I could Encore it into only spamming Scary Face so it can't break my substitute. And if the Encore wears off, you can actually immediately use it again and infinitely trap it. You visited San Francisco twice. I have never been to San Francisco. I've only ever been near the southern parts of California, not the northern parts. You're going to Tucker Talent Show. Well, sounds like fun. Have fun with that. I've never been to one of those talent shows. Look at that, 132. We speed tie the Salamence in the league, which is insane. Also, this is pretty much our final moveset right here. Although I am going to need a slight change of moves for Steven, because I don't think Earthquake and Return are going to cut it, especially for the Skarmory. Like, I'm thinking maybe get a Heart Scale and relearn Rock Slide. Like, I think Earthquake Rock Slide is going to have to be the best strat for Steven. So, I think as soon as I beat the game, I'll need to go get a Heart Scale. Come on, dude. I hate flying on 4 times speed. You were in a screaming band based out of Ohio. That sounded like fun. What games do I play besides Pokemon? Right now, I've been playing a lot of Minecraft. But before that, I haven't played it in quite a while. But before I started playing a bunch of Minecraft recently, I was mainly trying to play through a bunch of my Kirby games, like Forgotten Land and Return to Dreamland. I haven't played Return to Dreamland or Forgotten Land in quite a bit. Although I want to start playing some other games offline, too. Yeah, to Steel move, I could. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about the Cradily and Armaldo, because here's the thing. Rock does not resist Rock, and therefore, Armaldo is actually weak to Rock moves. The Cradily would be neutral, though, but that's fine. We'll have Swords Dance set up. I just do not want to do a plus... I just do not want to use 3 Swords Dances on Skarmory and defeat it with Return. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Honestly, I really don't think it would be. I think it's still a better idea to relearn Rock Slide. Because it can actually hit the Armaldo for super effective damage. That is my fault. I should have set up a substitute before I did that. And also, I really want to start streaming more randomizers, like Archipelago or Zelda, but I just haven't really had time, plus my viewers generally don't like watching those. They don't generally get as many views, so I only do those on special occasions. You hadn't played Kirby in a long time? Oh, it's my 3rd favorite franchise. Second is Zelda, first is Pokemon. I mean, one thing I did consider, I did not pre-order the Switch 2. I don't plan to buy it for quite a long time. Until, like, I want to see just some more reviews of it, plus I would like to see some better titles. Like, I'm just not interested in Mario Kart. I mean, the new Mario Kart looks really good, but I'm just not a Mario Kart person. Or Donkey Kong. Plus, right now, some of the new games that have been announced for, like, Switch, like Legends ZA, it's going to be dual released. But, eventually, once I do get around to getting one of those, I would like to actually get the free, expansion, or not expansion, the Switch 2 edition update for Tears of the Kingdom to make it run a lot better. And I have actually thought of replaying it, because technically I've replayed Breath of the Wild. I've played it from start to finish a grand total of twice, a 3rd one incomplete in Master Mode. And I generally waited a few years first before doing it. But I think once I eventually get a Switch 2, I may actually spend $10 for the Switch 2 update package, because I already own the original cartridge, and then just replay it with better quality, because Tears of the Kingdom on the regular Switch lagged like crazy, and I had an OLED, which I know doesn't really have a difference with processing power, but it still lagged like crazy, just because the game really is trying to run a lot of stuff. That's the next randomized Zelda stream? I honestly don't know. Problem is, I need to stream stuff people would want to watch. And I have edited videos to make too. But I usually don't have time to set aside like 7 or 8 hours to do a randomizer. You know what's interesting? I technically don't need to use any rare candies. I already outspeed everything in the game. Well, technically I speed tie the Claydol on Steven's team. But here's what I'm going to do. I have all the rare candies. I'm not going to use any in the league just yet. I just want to see how many rare candies I can get away with not using. But honestly, this thing may end up needing rare candies for Wallace. I won't buy a new Switch till the new gen comes out, like Gen 10 Pokemon. Honestly, that's what I was thinking. Because the new Gen 10 games, when those eventually come out, I'm pretty confident those will not be dual released. I know Legend ZA is going to be dual. Yeah, that's probably a good time to wait for it. And besides, I want to get more use out of my OLED. Because the Switch 2 won't have an OLED screen, which is unfortunate. I mean, I could wait to see if they make a Switch 2 OLED version. I mean, I don't think they will, but you never know. Also, one fortunate thing about the Phoebe's team, none of her Pokemon, surprisingly, have Levitate. Unlike Agatha in Fire Red and Leaf Green. If this was Fire Red and Leaf Green with a backported Excadrill, I 100% would still have Rock Slide, just to deal with her. Oh, yeah, I think Scarlet and Violet is going to have an upgrade package. I think the upgrade packages are free if you have Switch Online. I think it's with any membership, I believe. Or I don't know if it's the expanded membership. I don't know. I mean, I have the expanded edition just because I really wanted to play Nintendo 64 on Switch Online. But I believe with Switch Online, the upgrade packages are free. So I don't have to worry about paying for them. I heard Scarlet and Violet's going to have an upgrade package for the Switch too, so it'll run better. I don't know if it'll make the 10 FPS windmill run better, but you never know. But still, I'm not going to buy one just yet. I'm not one of those people complaining about the price, because obviously, as the consoles get newer and more powerful, they are going to go up in price. That's just how things work. I'm not complaining about the price. I just don't want to buy one right now. I think I should equip a Citrus, honestly. Also, guess what? We're going to quad resist Rock Tomb, so good luck on this guy trying to break my substitute. I mean, I did hear GameCube is going to be on the Switch 2 NSO, and I think one of the launch titles is going to be Coliseum and XD. Well, not launch, but it will eventually be added. I've actually never played those, so I think when I eventually get a Switch 2, if I do choose to play it, it'll probably be on the Switch 2. I mean, obviously I could just emulate it, but it always feels more authentic to play it on a console. Did I miss much? Quite a bit, actually. Alright, I think I should just Earthquake right away. Yep. That made Water Spout do so little damage. Alright, Earthquake again. Who's next? Tentacruel. Earthquake. Wishcash. I really should have a substitute set up, but the substitute's just gonna get broken. Yeah, just keep going. Interesting, he's saving Gyarados for last. It's quite strange. Oh, that's why. His Gyarados doesn't have water moves. You know, so far I haven't used any rare candies. I'll say the game price increase is a big hit. I don't mind paying if I get more out of the games. I mean, I think it's $79.99 for the new Mario Kart, which is $80. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom was $70, and I truly believe Tears of the Kingdom was worth the price because of how much content it was. I mean, based on looking at the trailers for Mario Kart World, It seems like it is worth it because it looks a lot better than Mario Kart 8, and apparently it supports up to 24 players playing at the same time. And apparently it's like some sort of open world Mario Kart where you can just drive from racetrack to racetrack if you don't want to race. I mean, it looks really, really good. It just depends if you think it's worth it. The only reason I don't is just because I'm generally not a Mario Kart fan. I used to be, but not anymore. Okay, I'm gonna need some repels. Shadow, I'm really tired of people, like, saying, like, oh man, my console's gonna get bricked now. The console, what Nintendo said is that they have the power to brick your console, like, if it detects it's modded, like you're putting pirated hardware on it. And even if it gets bricked, you can just factory reset it. Plus, if you're the kind of person who is modding consoles anyway, usually they'll find a way around it, because I know modding the 3DS, for example, there was always the risk of bricking it, and back when it was still getting updates, Nintendo was actively trying to patch out people trying to mod the consoles, but modders always found ways around it. I mean, as long as you're not trying to, like, mod it, you don't really need to worry about it being bricked. I actually never owned a GameCube, Dominic. Well, the reason they don't care anymore is because it's discontinued. But back when it was still being developed, they obviously did. In fact, one of the last ever updates, its sole purpose was to break Homebrew. That was all it did. And that was their final ever update, but then it got fixed within like a few days. Like, it was basically just a middle finger on the way out, basically. Which was honestly kind of funny. $105.23. 4 resets, 0 blackouts, level 60, game time of 412. No rare candies. I used 0 rare candies. Honestly, I still think, like, let's see, how much was a resisted return? Return 102, resisted 61. So return was an effective power of 61 on that Skarmory, but it was a 3-hit. A neutral rock slide 75. But honestly, in the next run, I need to get a heart scale before Steven and relearn rock slide, because that'll make Skarmory more consistent. And everything else was a literal one-shot. Actually, wait, there is one problem though. If I have rock slide and earthquake, I can't hit the clay doll for good damage. So, honestly, Substitute really isn't necessary for Steven. I might actually get rid of Substitute and hold on to Return. The Game Shark to Mon Ultra Sun Ultraman to get every Pokemon, including Arceus, Dancing in the wild. I mean, Shadow, it's effectively the same thing with Xbox and PlayStation. Like, if you connect the consoles to, like, their, like, PlayStation, Xbox stores, the Xbox Live, if you connect to all that stuff, you basically have to sign a terms of service thing. And I believe in the TOS thing, if you try to use their services with a modded console, that is against it, and they can stop you from doing it. But here's the funny thing, if you mod it and it never goes online, you don't connect it to any services, they literally can't catch you. Like Steve told me in his modded Switch, it has to stay offline, I think, and if it ever dies, like the battery dies, he says it gets bricked. That's why he leaves it plugged in. Oh yeah, Rock Slide can also flinch. I'm gonna probably get the Switch too if either my Switch stops working on release. Yeah, honestly, Shadow, I'm thinking of waiting till Gen 10 gets announced, because I'm pretty sure those will be Switch 2 exclusives. Either that or if they make a Switch 2 OLED. But honestly, I want more love out of this OLED first. I traded in my, I actually didn't trade in my Switch Lite. I traded in a crap ton of bulk Pokemon cards to a hobby store. And I got like $200 in store credit. And I only had to put $200 down, and I was planning to just upgrade to the normal Switch because I had to play with a Switch Lite. And I'm like, you know what? For an extra $100, I could get the OLED. And this thing is awesome. Like, the only reason I'm still hesitant on getting a Switch 2 is just because it's not an OLED screen. Like, I've become kind of too spoiled to it. He's not playing 1.0. He pirated the newest version. He even pirated the DLC. He played the entire thing. Doesn't the Switch 1 have a crappy battery? Maybe. I actually heard the Switch 2 is going to have a lower battery life because the console's more powerful. I believe the battery life on the Switch 2 is going to be like 3 hours or something. Yeah, if you're going to play it on the go, don't play it on the go too much. One thing that does kind of suck, though, is that the accessories are going to be so expensive. Like, I think the Joy-Cons themselves are 70 bucks. Oh, here's a little tip. Do not buy Joy-Cons. Like, not even for the regular Switch. Like, if you want an extra controller, just get a Pro controller. They're cheaper and better quality. You're spending $133 on a refurbished 2DS from Amazon? Nice. It's basically a Steam Deck. The Switch 2 wishes it was a Steam Deck. I think I saw someone on YouTube talk about what the specs were like, and I believe it has the power of a PS3, I think, in terms of its CPU. Well, that's just in terms of processing power. That doesn't include, like, memory and things like that. Okay, I better put this first playthrough result on the leaderboard. What did I say the game time was? 4:12? I think it was 4:12. Alright, level 60. 4 resets. Real time of 1:05:23. No, just in terms of first playthrough, this Pokemon did extremely good, and I used 0 rare candies, which is impressive. And on the leaderboard right here, it actually got top 5. It beat Samurott, and Samurott also got Swords Dance. Delayed had Swords Dance too. Honestly, if I just remembered to get a heart scale for Rock Slide, I might be able to skip every single rare candy. Because it really did not need rare candies at all. It just naturally outsped everything. I mean, Wallace was sort of sketchy, but the key is to Wallace, like, actually, maybe I could get the super easy rare candies and use them all before Wallace, so that way Earthquake could one-shot the... no, I still need the setup. Honestly, Excadrill being at a lower level kind of helped it, because Earthquake couldn't kill it, and it made Water Spout deal so little damage. I think the plan, still skip all the rare candies, use a single Earthquake, it lives in red health, it'll hit me with a Water Spout for weak damage, and then when he heals, I get a free Swords Dance. And then I can one-shot Wailord, Tentacruel, Ludicolo, Milotic, and Wishcash. I'll have to two-shot the Gyarados, though, but Gyarados has no water moves. I think it has Earthquake, but our defense was really good. You hate PlayStation because of the controller layout. Yeah, I hate the PlayStation controller layout too. I mean, we have a PS5. I really want to start playing more games on it. I mean, I was playing GTA 5 for a bit. The reason I don't really play it as much is because we kind of live in a small house and I don't really want to be making noise. I refuse to buy the Switch. I'm stubborn in my ways. I don't use Link monsters. Really, you've refused to buy a Switch for like 8 years? PS1's better than the Switch 2? Okay, that is just blasphemy. That is not true. A PS1 was like a step above the Nintendo 64. There were games that dual released on PS1 and N64. You grew up in the game console wars era. Yeah, it was like Xbox versus PlayStation, and Nintendo was on the side. It's pretty much PlayStation versus Nintendo at this point. Xbox kind of removed themselves from that competition a long time ago when they started putting their exclusives on the PlayStation App Store. And I think some on the Nintendo one too. They're not really having exclusive titles anymore. Because people really aren't buying Xboxes that much. Okay, we need to stop, we need to focus here. Alright, so I think I will still skip all the rare candies, though. I don't want to get, like, maybe 5 or 6 and use them all, because I still need to get a, Swords Dance up, and I can't really get a Swords Dance up on the Wailord, because it will one-shot me with Water Spout. I think the next Pokemon was, Tentacruel. That has Hydro Pump. I need to be able to live a hit, so I think just skip all the rare candies. Okay, so in terms of time, let's see. If I skip all the candies, get a heart scale, get rock slide before Steven, I'm going to put the over-under at... I think I'll put it at 104. And the only reason I'm putting at 104 is because there are still parts of the run that are sort of luck dependent, like Flannery. I got 3 resets on Flannery because of magnitude. Actually, I do want to look up how magnitude works. Alright, let's take a look. A 4 is 10, 5 is 30, 6 is 50, 7 is 70, 8 is 90, 9 is 110, 10 is 150. Okay, so basically, a magnitude 7 is better than Dig. But the thing is, Dig is a 2-turn move, so it's effectively 30. But yeah, honestly, yeah, we'll just need to stick to magnitude. I still think it's a good idea to use 1 sharpen first, because that will give us some wiggle room. And we saw in the first run, with 1 Swords Dance, a magnitude 6 does not one-shot the Torque Hole, but I'm pretty confident magnitude 7 will. I'm late, but I've arrived. Well, you're in time for run 2, at least. You just missed a discussion about the Switch 2. Alright, well, let's go ahead and start the second run. I didn't make a save state, though, when I picked up the starter, so I'm gonna have to re-pick it up again. Hello, bedroll. No, I think bedroll looks new. I don't know, though. As of lately, I've been getting a lot of people watching my streams, but not chatting, so I've been getting a lot of lurkers lately. Because, the yesterday stream actually had a maximum of, like, 32 viewers watching at the same time, but there were the same 3 people chatting, so I think I've been getting a lot of lurkers lately. Quite nice. I bounce in and out mostly. I mostly lurk. Well, nice. Glad to have you here either way. Alright, let me go ahead and switch to I'm going to buy it. Don't care about the controversy. Still cheaper than Xbox Series X. Oh yeah, we were talking about how Xbox has pretty much kicked themselves out of the console wars as of lately when they started making all their exclusives on other consoles. And I think the Xbox Series X didn't really sell that well. Oh, you're a VOD enjoyer. Nice. But actually, most of the discussion wasn't really complaining about price. The one thing I did complain about the Switch 2 was the fact that it didn't have an OLED screen. It's one of the main reasons I'm hesitant to upgrade, just because once you go OLED, you really can't go back. Dominic, I don't remember that because you lurked. They're increasing the price by an additional $100 or so from what I hear. That is interesting. Didn't hear about that. Yeah, the Switch's battery life isn't the best, and I think the Switch 2 battery life's going to be even worse, but eh. What was I doing again? Oh, right. Pokebite. Plus, I just want to wait for some better exclusives, because I really not want Mario Kart or Donkey Kong. I'm not interested in Metroid. So honestly, I'm pretty confident that the Generation 10 games will be Switch 2 exclusive, so I think I might wait until those are announced to consider buying one. Play exclusively in dock mode. Well, I mean, if I played in dock mode and I had an OLED TV, then it really wouldn't matter, but I mainly only play Switch on handheld. I only play it in TV mode during live streams. The new FromSoft game looks dope. I don't remember that game. It might have been one of those third-party game trailers that they played during the Direct, but I don't remember. Shadow, here's the thing, like, you still own the console, but if you connect to, like, any of Nintendo's, like, online services or the eShop, you have to follow by their TOS, and, like, if you don't, like, for example, modding your console, they can brick it if you try to connect. I mean, you don't own the online services. Like, that part is true. You can have the Switch completely offline and it's yours. If you mod it and you never connect to any services, they will literally never know. It's just when you try to use their online services, that's when you'll get caught, pretty much. I mean, if I ever own a modded Switch, I would wait till the Switch is discontinued, but who knows when that'll be. Dominic, trade evolutions were the original pay-to-win for Pokemon. If you didn't have a friend or a second console, you were never getting Alakazam. I remember Steve said BDSP was the first time he ever got to own an Alakazam. Yeah, they should have a performance increase, game dev. They're gonna, when the Switch 2 comes out, they're including like an upgrade patch for Switch 2 to make it run a lot better. I believe if you have the Switch on, if you have the Switch Online, I don't know if it's only expanded or just any membership level. If you have that, then all the upgrade patches are free. I really do look forward to the one for Tears of the Kingdom, just because it ran kind of bad on the regular Switch. And at some point in the future, I do want to replay it with a fresh mind. Well, I mean, Shadow, I'm pretty sure when the Switch launched, I think the only first-party exclusive was Super Mario Odyssey, and I think Mario Kart 8. None of the Pokemon games were launched yet. Smash Bros. Was not out yet. Actually, no, there was Breath of the Wild. Never mind, there were a few. Anyway, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. I just hope this time I get better luck finding my HM users. It literally took me like 12 Poochyenas just to even find a Zigzagoon. You've never had a Switch for 8 years. Dang, you don't follow the craze? What, you gonna wait till it's discontinued or something? I mean, I get waiting like a year or two, but 8 years? It sounds like you're just not buying it out of spite. Honestly, Dominic, none of your opinions on the Switch games really matter if you never even owned one. And Alakazam does not suck. That opinion is dumb. And I don't feel bad for calling you out on that. No one would say Alakazam sucks. I mean, I understand, like, choosing not to play the meta because, like, everyone's doing it. But still, the Switch has been out for, like, 8 years. Oh my god, where are the Winkles? Dude, I actually got Zigzagoon quite early, but where's the Wingle? In second runs, if I get extremely terrible luck with HM users, I'm just gonna start over, because I'm only losing like 1 minute. Because here's the thing, the Zigzagoon and the Winkles are each 20%. Like, I shouldn't have to go like 12 encounters and not find a Wingle. Hashtag where's Wingle? Well, Shadow, it's free if you have a Switch Online membership. If you don't, I believe the upgrade patch is like $10. But at this point, most people own a Switch Online membership because you need one of those to even play online games. I think most people will be able to get it for free. And if you can't afford or you choose not to pay like $20 a year for Switch Online, then that's a personal choice for you. You know, it's funny. There's the Wingle, and now I got 2 in a row. You pay by the year. I pay by the year as well. I pay for the expanded edition, and I actually have the family plan because I was gonna have like a bunch of people share the account, but I only have just me and my brother on it. I used to have my ex until she dumped me, so now it's just 2 people, even though I can have up to 8. I mean, if either of my friends in real life get one, I would happily let them have one. I don't think the Switch One will ever be obsolete. At least for a long time. Like, the new Nintendo 3DS did not make the 3DS, irrelevant. I mean, there were new Nintendo 3DS exclusives. Scarlets and Violets is free. It's ZA that costs money. Oh. Well, I know the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom ones are like $10, but free if you have Switch Online. I'm guessing Pokemon's not doing it. How generous of him. How bad she hurt me. It wasn't really the fact she hurt me. It was more like out of anger. Because I basically was fully exploited and taken advantage of. Like, she never really wanted to put anything into the relationship and expected me to do everything. And when I asked for the slightest bit of change, like the fact that maybe she shouldn't keep her apartment an absolute mess, or like when I told her, like, hey, your rabbit's cage is filled with shit, you really need to clean it out. And she's like, oh, well, I can't afford the pads. And she literally sleeps in a room that smells like rabbit shit. Just when I ask for the tiniest little thing, then no, she just loses interest. She still has my copy of Smash Bros. She said she was going to mail it back to me, but she never did. So I just told her to keep it and just go fuck herself, so I bought a new one. Fortunately, save data is stored on the Switch itself, not the cartridge, so I was able to have all my progress. But that was like a year and a half ago. Oh, got the heart scale. Legends 8 better give us AZ's Floette. I do wonder what they're going to do with that. The girlfriend I'm with talks to restoration for the time later second she called me. Yeah, that's women in general. Something I've learned. I mean, I pretty much just use this extra time, just focus on my job and the channel at this point. Been with her for years. I was with her for like a year and a half when that happened. Sounds lazy. Oh, she was absolutely lazy. And kind of inconsiderate too. I remember one time, like, she lived like 2 hours away. I remember I was driving up to her place and like, hey, I'm on my way over. Are you ready to spend the day? And she's like, yeah, I'm ready. It's gonna be fun. Oh, and I forgot to tell you this, but I have a doctor's appointment in an hour. And I'm thinking, well, why didn't you tell me? I forgot. So yeah, as soon as I got up there, I had to spend a half hour in the waiting room at a doctor's office. And I suggested, well, you have a calendar in your place, you should use it. And she's like, oh, but I'll forget to write in it. Well, just have a reminder and just use Google reminders. It'll be like, hey, Google, remind me at 5:30 to do this. And she's like, well, no, I don't trust it. She literally made up excuses for everything. Oh, you a nerd for like anime and Star Wars. That is a nerdy thing. I'm just kidding. Just giving you crap. Hell, I haven't met her parents. I did meet her parents. Her parents were really nice people. I mean, I haven't talked to either of them since, obviously. But they were really nice people. Her heart was just numbed. It's kind of similar to me, actually. I mean, I haven't been able to even get another date with anyone since, and I've been trying constantly. Doesn't like guys from Detroit. I think I better keep magnitude in slot 1. I don't want to move things around. I mean, I'm at the point where I pretty much don't even bother trying to look. I deleted most of the dating apps and quit paying for them. I'm still on the Facebook one just because it's free. You know, it's free. May as well. But I'm basically just waiting until it eventually happens. Like, I'm not gonna purposefully look. I'm just gonna wait for the moment to come where I can ask somebody. Like, if I ever meet somebody at a fairground or something and we chit-chat for a bit. Like, something like that. Like, I'm just gonna wait for the moment to come. Tease you for liking boyish stuff. How's that supposed to make me feel any better? There's a difference between doing that and taking advantage of me when I keep constantly paying for things. He was honestly like a lazy gold digger. Oh, you were talking to Dominic? Oh. Little locals for Yu-Gi-Oh? That sounds like fun. Darn it. Go hang out with Speed and chat. Yeah, this is a pretty chill stream. Man, I've been getting really good at cutting him off from his Wingull lately. I used to be pretty bad at that. Oh, Karma bit his ass? Nice. I have no idea if anything like that ever happened to her, because I basically blocked off all contact like a year and a half ago. Yeah, Shadow is a woman, yeah. Debatedly. I'm just... Yeah, sounds awful, Dominic. Alright. I am hoping not to get another reset here because of a burn. Are you kidding me? I missed a 5% Crush Claw. Okay, I still got to reset either way. Well, instead of losing to a burn, I lose to a 5% miss chance. Seriously, why does Rival 2 always have to find some way to give me a reset? I mean, it's fine, Dominic. I get sometimes laying things off your chest, but I guess it's a good idea not to do it too much. I'm sure some people don't like reading that. I'm not going to teach Dig. Been rolling high magnitudes. Yeah, it's felt nice. Although I would prefer to roll them on Flannery. I mean, that was my only ever relationship, pretty much. I mean, one good thing is that I have two buddies from high school I hang out with a lot. Well, it was pretty much one because the second one left to do some missionary work in Thailand a few years ago. He actually just recently came back. So now it's kind of like the gang is back together. We usually like once a week we all just hang out. Like go to the coffee shop or something or ride bikes. It's been fun. RNG Lux on your side. Well, you jinxed it, Dominic. Thanks a lot. I'm not gonna need a cherry berry because Thunderwave can't hit me, and I'm a and I can't get hit with static because magnitude does not make contact. Oh, nice! I got a mag 7 for the Manetric. All right, gotta make sure. I gotta make sure to deposit my HM users. Dang it! I gotta. My thumb keeps sliving over the pause button. I'm gonna try. Ah, dang! I was actually gonna try and skip both of them. Look at this funny-looking Gen 5 game. Yeah, I mean, haven't you seen a lot of those ROM hacks that look like Gen 3 but have Gen 5 graphics? At least the NPC models. One of those. But you missed the first run. This Pokemon is so freaking good. This is something that almost never happens in Emerald. I actually used 0 rare candies. This thing needs like 0 rare candies. The only resets I've really gotten were one in the first run. The only resets I had were one on the rival because of a burn, and 3 of them were on Flannery. That was kind of sketchy. How would you compare Emerald to Omega Ruby? I like Omega Ruby way better. Because when I was a kid, I actually never played the original Ruby Sapphire Emerald. My only experience with Gen 3 was Fire Red and Leaf Green. So the remix was my first time playing it. And I just think Oras is way better than Emerald. I know a lot of people who will say like Emerald is better, but I highly disagree. I mean, yeah, this thing is a monster, yeah. Yeah, Shadow, I know you... Shadow Stitch, I know you always said, like, if you were to ever change games, you would just go newer. Would you ever consider, like, going back to, like, Platinum or something? Because I'm pretty sure the next game you would try out is probably, Black 2 and White 2. But, would you ever consider, like, Platinum? Because I know you said you hate Heart Gold, you hate the Johto games. But would you ever try Platinum? Alright, I don't need a tract either, so I can skip that. Not really. Maybe like a one-off Darkrai or something, but from what I've heard, Excadrill doesn't really seem that appealing. The main thing with Platinum, it's the difficulty is really front-loaded. Because of the abundance of rare candies, usually the hardest fight is Cyrus, and usually once you get past the final Cyrus fight, the league is an absolute joke. So, like, a lot of the hard places are front-loaded, like Rourke, Gardenia, Maylene at some points. Crasher Wake sometimes. But, like, the difficulty is really front-loaded, is what I'm trying to say. Near Game's dialogue's overdone. Playing Ultra Sun at the moment for the first time, and it takes a lot out of the experience. Yeah, Gen 7 was really bad with the dialogue. I mean, Gen 8 still has dialogue, but if I remember, it's like nowhere as much as Gen 7. Oh, didn't save. Oh well. This thing doesn't really need saving. Oh god. Oh no. Oh man. Every time I don't save, I almost die. It's just the way I work. Whenever I say I don't need to save, I almost always get close to dying, or I actually die. Happens every time. The Ultra game is impossible to solo. If I remember correctly, Ultra Necrozma is just way too freaking hard. I mean, unless you were to find some trolly way to do it. I mean, people thought with Heart Gold, for example, that most first stages would be impossible because of Red. But most first stages can beat Heart Gold, even under level 100 too. The key is just the right moveset. Maybe the right moveset for Ultra Sun Ultraman hasn't been discovered yet. Alright, come on. Give me a good magnitude. 8. There we go. A magnitude 6 allows it to live. Yeah, you would have to think of some sort of cheese strat. Alright, I don't need to get rare candies either. Well, that sucked. Well, at least it didn't take long. You would probably have to make an exception for those where, like, you're only allowed to use other Pokemon for the star battles. I mean, the rule is only your starter in battle. Technically, those star battles are outside of battle, so I guess those are technically still fine. Yeah, hopefully I get Swords Dance before Norman again. You know, it is going to be a little annoying that I'm not going to have Swords Dance for Norman, but I mean, technically this thing probably doesn't need it, but I just really would prefer it. Well, Shadow, maybe you should do one, because I know Scott's solo running server, he made separate channels for all the other gens, in case anyone wants to do them. And I don't think I've seen anyone complete a Gen 9 run, or Gen 8. I know of I know besides... I can't believe I did that again. I know I know besides John, there's like one other person who's doing Sun and Moon. Dude. And that's so dumb. It's like, I know you're going to attack me. I'm going to use counter. And then when I use Swords Dance, he's like, I know you're not going to attack. I'm pretty sure Norman cheat. And so far, I don't really think I'm gaining time compared to my first run. Just because I've gotten resets in the exact same spots. Game dev, there is no Gen 10. No, John, I think John's only ever done Gen 7. John's a time traveler. I mean, that's true. He is literally a day ahead of us. Dang it, why did you crit? I don't know. I feel like if you wanted to do runs in Gen 8 or Gen 9, you would probably have to make some exceptions to some of the rules. Like, if I were to do it, I would probably ban, like, grinding those little layer things to get those XP candies, because it kind of makes the run boring. I would probably ban that. And didn't you do a few runs? No, I did a casual playthrough. Oh yeah, I did online battles. I did that as a stream for fun. I should really consider doing that at some point, but I kind of quit doing the casual streams just because people really don't like watching those. Not like people would show up and say, hey, this stuff sucks. It means, like, I think during that stream I had a max viewership of like 5. But like for the solo runs, at the time it'd be like 10 to 12. I think Gen 10 should not feature new Pokemon, but refine the ones that are there. That really wouldn't be a new generation, though. There's always going to be new Pokemon. That's what people get excited for. The new ones. I mean, on the bright side, I'm still technically ahead of my first run, because even though I got resets on Rival 2 and Norman, I didn't get 3 resets or so on Flannery this time. So I'm probably ahead of my first run by a little bit. That's what we get ROM hacking for. But yeah, doing the run on one-time speed would be a nightmare. I mean, I've considered doing a live stream of a solo run for BDSP. That's something I've considered. But I don't really want to deal with the slow speed again. The one-time speed. I mean, I have mentioned the idea for, like, when Legends ZA comes out, I want to record a an evolution line solo run using the Tepig line and just edit it together as a video. Like, I'll do that for my first playthrough. Like, I won't catch a team or anything. I mean, if I want to play it, like, normally, I can always replay it. It kind of depends on, like, what the game is like. Because if it's like Legends Arceus, where it requires you to catch a bunch of Pokemon, then I don't think it would work. I think it just depends on the game. The only reason I was thinking of doing it is literally just free views, basically. Because it's, like, the brand newest game. Like, J-Ro's really good at doing this. Like, when BDSP came out, I think within a month, he released a BDSP with only Bidoof video, and it got hundreds of thousands of views. And I'm pretty sure... I don't think Madrybread does it. I think he did do it once. But I know J-Rose is really good at doing that. Those work best as segmented runs. I mean, I've seen on YouTube some very old solo run videos where it was just segmented. Like, I remember this one guy, he recorded like I think it was like a platinum solo run with some sort of Pokemon, and it was like split up into 8 parts. Oh, you've got to be kidding. The reason I used another Swords Dance on him, it was because I thought he was going to turn 1 Protect like he usually does. But no, he decided to use Supersonic. Dude, Wayne Pelipper is such a troll. Oh, no rare candies. Where are my potions at? Oh, I guess I don't have any. Hey, found another Kecleon. I guess I have some regular potions. Oh well. Oh, dude, I just planted one of my citrus berries. Could play Vanta Black. No. Oh, jeez. Oh, really? Guess my repel ran out and I didn't notice. Seriously? Miss. One of the annoying things about having to deal with Rock Slide. Dude! I just missed again. Like, come on. Alright, substitute in the place of Rock Slide. Alright, let's see. Alright, I need to buy 5 protein and 2 carbos. Hold on. Where is... Ah, here it is. Let me buy some super potion. Alright, sub in the place of Rock Slide. Alright, at least I know for sure I don't need rest, so I can skip it. Dude, look away. Oh my god. I hate these people. I don't know if you guys knew this, but apparently you cannot use a soft sand in battle. It just won't let you. The professor doesn't let you. Nope, no rare candy. I've learned how to do spinner nip in black and white. I just have to practice it more. What do you mean by that? Is it just as simple as, like, pausing? Because I don't think doing the pause method works. Or is it the thing where, like, you kind of have to run to make him look the other way and just quickly walk past him? I do know that's a form of spinner manip you can do. Technically, you could have done it since Gen 3, but the problem is it's hard to do on 1-time speed, let alone 4. least I'm getting better at the bike. I'll find the video and link it later. It's a little hard to explain. When you link the video, can you put it in my Discord and put it in the black and white section? Put it in the black 2 white 2 section if you think it works in there. I think it should, but yeah, just put it in there. Yeah, you have to stand 2 tiles away, open the menu, then close it, and if they turn, hold on. If they turn, they'll do it immediately. Can't really imagine that in my head, so I'm gonna have to look at the video for sure. That's not Swords Dance. Oh, speaking of which, earlier when I said I was doing a bunch of Minecraft lately, I actually decided to build like an underground base because I literally set up shelter inside of a small little tunnel, and at the very end of it was a zombie spawner. And the zombie spawner is a part of my house, is a little XP farm near my chanting setup. I also dug a staircase down to diamond levels, and I play with the subtitles on, so I could see a sound that I can't hear. And apparently, whenever I go down the stairs, I would see the sound like trial spawner activates, and I knew there was a trial spawner under my house. So I actually decided to take a break because I was trying to like build a custom village. I decided to go raid it, and it wasn't really too difficult. It was more annoying than anything. I actually had to leave because my armor was about to break. But I will say, like, the scariest mob in there was basically the baby zombies. You may think that's funny, but no. Baby zombies, especially in Java version, which I was playing, are extremely terrifying. They're hard to hit with your sword. And the new breeze enemy that was in there, it actually was doing, like, little to no damage. The damage was mainly from him knocking me in the air, but I have feather falling boots. The reason he was doing so little damage is because I had a bunch of protection 4 armor, but my chest plate had projectile protection, so it was making those wind charges do like effectively 0 damage. And I was actually able to get a decent bunch of trial keys, and I got 2 ominous trial keys. And I got some pretty decent loot. I wasn't able to get some of the I got some of the signature treasures there, like I got a couple of music discs. And yeah, got a couple of music discs. I got some banner patterns, which I don't really use, although I should think of using them at some point. And I wasn't able to find a heavy core, which you need to make a new weapon called the mace. It's kind of like it does more damage when you fall from a distance, and it can do some really powerful damage. I've seen videos of people one-shotting the Wither with it, or the Warden with it, if you do it from a high enough jump. I mean, if it's going to kill you unless you have a totem, but still. I wasn't able to, like, find some of those. I mean, I could go back in there and continue doing it, but the problem is with trial chambers, there's a whole ton of different ominous vaults in there, and just regular vaults. But each vault can only be unlocked once. And the dumb thing is, when you defeat one of the spawners that spawn mobs, it only has a 50% chance of dropping a trial key, and I was getting sort of unlucky. And I did a couple of the ominous trials, which are a lot harder, but for me it was sort of okay. But it was really annoying seeing baby zombies with diamond swords. Like, that's literally nightmare fuel right there. But I was able to beat a total of 3 or 4 of them, I believe. Fortunately, I didn't pop a Totem of Undying because I was playing in hardcore mode. Unfortunately, even though I did 4, I did get 2 ominous keys, and I was able to get some decent loot. But the one thing about all those trials, you can only do like I always said, you can only do the vaults once. I think like for the spawners, like once you do a regular, once you do the regular trial and then the ominous trial, you can't do any more trials with it. So it is actually possible to use up all of the... It is possible to completely burn through your trials and not have enough keys to unlock all of the capsule things. It's actually possible to not get enough keys. So you would have to, like, get keys from another one. I've never played the Pokemon Minecraft mods. Hey, Minecraft server time. I mean, that is not really a thought I've ever had, but you never know. I mean, I don't really want to pay for a server, though. And besides, I mainly play Minecraft by myself. I mean, I'm skipping rare candies, but I'm still, fighting some trainers. I still had to go to Pacific Log Town for later. You know what's funny? I actually have 2 Totems of Undying, but I didn't get them from pillager raids. I actually got them from a woodland mansion. I randomly found 1,000 blocks from my base, because I built my base like 1,000 blocks from the world spawn. So I decided to build it in a snowy plains, which is actually kind of a challenge because water keeps freezing. But yeah, also the stronghold was really close. I think it was like 600 blocks away from my base. I did beat the dragon, though. It actually was sort of tough for me, even though I over-prepared. Because in my first hardcore world earlier, I ended up dying in the Ender Dragon fight because I chose not to get slow-falling potions. And I still regret that. But this time, I was able to get slow-falling potions. And it was dumb also. I got a bunch of strength potions, too. But I almost never swung my sword at the dragon. I basically only just used my bow, because whenever I would try to get close to it, she kept yeeting me from a distance. I mean, I had totems, but it was still, like, it was still annoying as hell. Like, I basically just spammed a million arrows at it. And whenever it would perch, I would just wait for it to continue flying, because once it's perched, you cannot shoot arrows at it. What? What? Wait a minute. Pause. Oh, darn it. I just realized I set my hidden power type incorrectly. I accidentally set it to hidden power dark. Alright, hold on. The run's still paused. I'm going to change that. I mean, obviously you're not supposed to change hidden powers during a run, but I literally set it to the wrong one. I mean, that reset is still going to count, though. What, no water bucket clenches? I also had a pumpkin on my head, too. Power spawns do reset, I think, after about 30 minutes. You can just go do them whenever, but the vaults never reset. Yeah, that's kind of what I meant. The vaults. Like, I'm sure you could do the trials to get infinite keys, but once you run out of those little vaults, you kind of have to go around and look for more. But I will say, the scariest thing about them were the baby zombies. The stray skeletons weren't that scary because I had protection and projectile protection. The breezes were not scary. The husks weren't scary. Fortunately, I never saw a spawn. There were no cave spider spawners in mine, fortunately. I've heard that those could be in there. Uh-oh. When I, What? Oh, okay, I know what happened. Remember when I saved in front of Tate and Liza? In order for that save file to become edible, I had to close it out, but I didn't close it out. I opened the save first, and it was still the old save file. So I literally just lost that whole run. That is, first time that's ever happened. Honestly, it's kind of my fault, though. But yeah, what I should have done was close it out first, then edit the save. Well, that's still a shame, but on the bright side, though, our first run was still really good. Like a 105. That's usually a second playthrough type of result. I really do not want to do a second run, though. But yeah, that's embarrassing. Well, sorry the stream had to be cut a little short, but mistakes happen. Anyway, thank you all for stopping by, everyone. I do appreciate it. The next stream will be tomorrow. We'll be doing Pokemon Platinum with Minun. It is going to be rough. I will see you all then.